All right, great. All right, we're gonna get things jamming. So, hi everybody. Happy Monday. Great to see you guys. Thanks for being on tonight. As you guys know, we always like to bring it on Monday night. I feel like it's a great start of the week for all of us. I know that all of us that are on are working really hard getting towards the next rank of our business. I know that we have a lot of director ones and director twos on. And so I know that our focus really also on this call is, and director threes, I should say, is to get you guys to elite, right? And so tonight's call, I'm really excited. I'm so glad for this recording because I know I'm going to want to watch it again. For those of you that have not had a chance to meet Lisa Cocoran, she is an Elite Three inside of our business, and she'll share a little bit about her story. But you know, I love Lisa because I think she's one of those girls that just will kind of tell it as it is, and I just so respect that about her. And because I think sometimes people will, sugarcoat the business and not really talk about like what do you actually really need to do to go elite, right? And not also just that, but also like behind the scenes. You guys all, hear about on Instagram and Facebook how people always put up their highlight reel, but like nobody really knows like what about all the, scenes that got cut that are sitting on the floor, right? Or all the different things that happen inside of somebody's life. And so, that's the thing that I think is so unique about her story is I think that one of the reasons that she has grown such a tremendous business is she's not afraid to talk about behind the scenes. And I think that's really important to, what I feel is setting people up to win, right? I'm not a girl that's negative Nelly that's talking about negative stuff, but what I'm talking about is I think it's important for people to face the music and go, wow, that's really what it probably is going to take to go elite, right? Or elite two or elite three. And so, she was sharing with me today about what she wants to talk about. I'm just like, Elise, this will be so good for everybody, but also for me too. I mean, I've got my pen, I've got, my notebook, so I'm excited to take notes. So guys, if you don't have a notebook and a pen, I encourage you to do so. And I'm going to go ahead, Lisa, and I'm going to pass it over to you. So thanks for jumping on tonight.
Thank you for having me. Man, am I ever honored to get to talk to all of the beautiful, amazing directors and elites that are a part of this group. And, Sarah said showing it like it is and the behind the scenes stuff. It's really funny that she said that because right before we started in my stories, I just posted a picture of my ridiculous setup with literally, you guys, I have a step stool on top of my ottoman with my light holding up my iPad, okay? Because and a picture of my pajama bottoms, because that's what it's really about. So tonight, Sarah asked me to share from my heart what's on my heart. And I was like, okay, how long you got? Because I could keep y'all here all night, but I'm not gonna do that. What I wanna talk about tonight is all of the things that make us in this business the same but different. Okay. And what I mean by that is that the vast majority of us that are here on this call tonight on the Zoom, we're moms, we're women, we're dads, we're wives, we're friends, we're daughters. And we all want to build a solid business. We all have different stories. We all have different backgrounds, but our wants and our goals and our needs here are really the same when you really think about it. So if it is okay with you, I'm going to do what I do best, and that is keep it real. Try to bring some humor to what it really takes in order to grow the kind of business here that you all want to grow, myself included. Let's keep it light. Let's laugh a little bit. Let's joke about the ups and the downs and what it's really like. And I want to share my story with all of you from beginning to end, because I don't think that I've ever really had the chance to do that. So I want to start by saying that the whole purpose of what I want to talk about tonight is here in Modere. I joined Modere in January 2017. So I'm going to be coming up on 3 years. And what I want to talk about tonight is mainly my path from Elite 2 to Elite 3. Okay. And I'm going to share why. Not because it has nothing to do with an elite rank or director rank. I know that all of you are at a rank right now and you all want to take it to that next rank. So what I want to talk about tonight is my biggest lessons learned in the time that it took me to make that next advancement. All right. So my story starts something like this. Okay. None of us really set out to be in relationship marketing, unless you're my son who is going to be 17. He's like, Mom, I want to do what you do. But, you know, for all of us, when we started in this profession, none of us started out saying, I want to be a professional network marketer. Yet here we are. So what I want to do is I want to share with you how this profession found me and what some of the silver linings were for me, but also what some of the biggest lessons were, because I think that many of you are going to get to be able to relate to that as we continue to grow on our journey here towards our next level, whatever level that might be. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back to 2006, okay? I was married. I had a 3-year-old child with significant medical special needs. For those of you that know me, my son now is almost 17 years old. I can't believe I just said that. Eddie was born with severe acid reflux to the point where he stopped eating at 5 months old. And, you know, he's my only child. I was like a crazy, neurotic new mom, and I knew that there was a problem with this baby. I didn't know what the problem was, but I knew something wasn't right. I knew that it was not supposed to be as hard as it was to feed a baby. And something that moms typically take for granted, you know, feeding your child, is something that I wasn't able to do. Okay. So I brought Eddie to the pediatrician every single week for the first 15 weeks of his life. And the pediatrician thought I was nuts. They kept sending me home and telling me he's growing, he's gaining, he's fine. Because I was persistent at trying to get something into him. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is that at 5 months old, I brought him into the pediatrician's office. I handed him to the pediatrician. I didn't have an appointment. I busted in there like a crazy, neurotic new mom. And I said to the pediatrician, you feed him. I literally handed my son to the doctor and said, I want you to feed this baby. So you know what I am talking about. She took him. She tried to feed him. She goes, hold on a minute. She comes back about 20 minutes later. There was a GI doctor down at Children's Hospital, Philadelphia, waiting for me. They finally took me seriously. And I ended up in the hospital for 8 days with my son. And they did all kinds of tests. He was fine, except the fact that he had reflux so bad that it created a feeding aversion. And basically what that means is a feeding aversion literally means that they learned that food is pain and he didn't want to eat. So my plan, you know, we all have a plan for our lives, and you know that our plan oftentimes doesn't go as planned. My plan was that I was going to be home with him for about a year and then I was going to go back to work. Well, plot twist, okay? I have a baby that's fed with a feeding tube who, you know, vomits more than not, which is pretty gross, but it's the truth. Long story short, I wanted to be home with him. I didn't trust that anybody else would be able to take care of him the way I would. And I needed to make money. So in 2006, when Eddie was 3 years old, I found network marketing. And I will always say that I would not be here today in this profession if I didn't go through that struggle with my son as a baby, okay? Because I wouldn't have ever needed to. I would never have had to find this profession. So the struggles don't stop there, okay? So I started in 2006, joined a jewelry company, had a blast, you guys. It was something to do. I was making money. I was having fun. It was a little bit of an escape from my reality, because my reality at that time with a 3-year-old was feeding therapy, GI appointments, surgery, things like that. Like, you name it. I mean, it was rough, okay? It was really, really rough. So I had a lot of success in that first company. It was my escape. It was something that made me feel good. I had a great time for 6 years until I knew it was time to move on. Made a transition in 2012. And guess what, you guys? Coming out of a company where I did really well, okay? I trained on that stage. I earned every incentive trip. I worked really hard, but I did really well there. So I went to my next company And guys, I'm here to tell you, I was on the struggle bus in company number 2. It was a completely different model. It was a completely different product, completely different system, totally different people. I struggled, okay? And I'm here to say that it was not easy, but I learned it. I was determined to hit one of the top ranks in that company, which was called National Marketing Director. And I hit it for a minute. And guys, I'm not joking. When I say a minute, I mean a minute. All right. I hit that rank at 11:59 on the last night of the month. Literally, the back office turned over. I saw it for a minute, and then I never saw it again. Literally never. And then I spent the next 2 years like this, chasing after that rank, trying to get it back. Okay. So when I tell you I was a national marketing director in my prior company for a hot minute, I'm not lying. Okay. I know it's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. But I know that there are people out there that can relate to what I'm saying. So then the transition came, and here we are at Modere. And my transition to Modere was a really, really good one. I mean, was I afraid? Yeah. Was I scared? Of course. Was I worried what people would think? Yes. Was I worried about giving up the little bit of income that I did have? Yeah. As at this point, I'm divorced. I'm a single mom at this point. It was all I had. So here we are. And I want you to know, in my first month, I did really, really well. I hit Elite 2 in my 4th month at Modere. Okay. I am telling you this for a reason. It is certainly not to boast about rank advancing, but remember, by this point, I'm 12 years into the profession. But here is what I want you to know, okay? My journey from Elite 2 to Elite 3, you ready for this? Don't laugh at me. 26 months. I was an Elite 2 in Modere for 26 months. D2 month 1, D3 month 2, Elite 1 month 3, Elite 2 month 4. I was jamming. I was like, woohoo. Next thing you know, like here I am thinking, I am blowing through the ranks here. I am crushing this. My team is excited. Our team is crushing it. Guess what? Elite 2 for 26 months. Let me tell you guys something. An elephant can go through an entire pregnancy and birth a humongous elephant in less time than it took me to go from Elite 2 to Elite 3. Okay? Let me say that again. An elephant. Elephants are pregnant for 22 months. An elephant can go through a pregnancy and birth an elephant in less time than it took me to go from Elite 2 to Elite 3. Now, what I want you guys to know is that in that time frame of 26 months, if you think that I didn't think it, say it, do it, I'm calling myself out, okay? Like, why do you know how long elephants are? Because I Googled it. Amber, I Googled it because I knew that I was an Elite 2 longer than it took elephants. Yes, okay, I Googled it. So you guys, I'm calling myself out, and I'm calling out all of you tonight that have been at a rank for longer than you want to be at a rank, okay? And I'm using myself as an example because I know what that feels like. Looking back on it, I wouldn't change a thing about my journey because of the lessons learned between that rank and my current. And yes, to those of you that are chiming in the comments, you guys, there's lots of us that have hit a rank and dropped back, or hit a rank and stayed stuck, whatever it might be. I'm talking to you guys tonight, okay? And I want to share with you all some of my biggest lessons that I've learned along the way that took me right to where we are right now that I will be forever grateful for. Okay, so like I said it, I've done it, I've thought it, I'm calling myself out, I'm calling you guys out if you guys are one of me. So here are some of my biggest lessons. So all right, I want you guys all to pretend that you are sitting and driving your favorite car, okay? It could be a car that you've owned, a car you've never had before. For me, my favorite car of all time was my 2000 Passat. It was a 5-speed. It was the first brand new car I ever had. I bought it for myself when I graduated grad school. So right now I'm sitting in my 2000 Volkswagen Passat and I'm driving, okay? So you're in your car, you're driving. You run out of gas in your car. What do? You stop and you get gas. So you have somewhere you need to be, all right? You're in your car driving to that place where you need to be. You run out of gas. What do? You find somebody to bring you a gas can, right? If you guys please drop me notes in the comments because I want to know what you would do if you ran out of gas, all right? Next, you're driving. Okay, you got gas. You got that handled. You're driving and you hear your brakes grinding. Like something's not right. Like what's going on? What do? You probably will stop and get your brakes fixed. All right. You get that handled. You're moving on. You're driving. Now you have a flat tire. What do? You stop, you get out. You either, if you're me, you panic and you call somebody to come fix the tire, or you fix the tire, one or the other. Okay. You fix the tire. Right. Now you're driving and a bird poops on your windshield and you can't see where you're going because there's bird poop all over your windshield. What do? You get out, probably stop at like the nearest gas station and you get your windshield clean, right? At any point, did any of you say, I'm going home? Forget it. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm not going, I'm going home. No, you dealt with all of those challenges and all of those struggles along the way. I saw you guys popping lots of notes into the chat and not one of you said, I turn around and go the heck home. You all kept going. You had dealt with the issue, you addressed it, and you kept moving, okay? That's your journey to your next level right now. Pretend you guys are in your favorite car and a bird's pooping on your windshield. It's okay. Clean it off and keep going. Keep adapting. So one of the first lessons that I've learned, you guys, is that leadership is hard, okay? Leadership is hard. For those of you that are a part of my organization and that work with me, you've all seen the ice cream meme, the ice cream man meme. And it says, if you want to make everybody happy, don't be a leader, be an ice cream man. And I'm here to say that that's some true stuff. There are going to be things that happen along the way. I can't think of one person on this Zoom tonight that made it like a straight shot right to the top without incredible distractions and roadblocks and plot twists along the way. So one of the next big lessons that I've learned is that we want to foster teamwork within our teams, okay? Whether it's upline, downline, sideline, cross line, no lines, I don't care what you call it. We want to help teach people to work together. All right. We want to realize that we're building an organization here, and an organization is going to be a variety of lots of different kinds of people. And these people are going to have so many different unique strengths and talents. And I think, and I want to encourage all of you to embrace those differences. Okay. Learn to work with new people. Let's talk about, the color personalities here a little bit. I mean, I know we've all done these color personality tests. Sarah does an amazing job training on color personalities. And, I am definitely a red-green personality, without a doubt, a red-green personality. And my personality doesn't meet everybody's needs, and I know that. But one of the things that I think is really important is that we embrace and we welcome to our team, our upline and our downline, the differences in people's personalities, and that we challenge ourselves to step out of our comfort zone. If we're a red, go work with a blue. Or if we're a yellow, embrace the red. Find somebody new and learn their personality. Learn to work with them. Challenge yourself to become more and to become better. And realize that in a healthy organization, you need all of those different personality types, all those different strengths. We are all going to complement each other in incredible ways because we all hold different value and we bring different strengths to the table. So I want to make sure that you guys realize that you don't set aside the people who are different from you. And that, I'm speaking tonight because I'm speaking to you. This is something that we all want to do first. And then we want to encourage and teach our teams to do these things as well. So foster teamwork, work together towards a common goal. We want to see our teams become better because of the variety of people that we have. Another tip I have for you guys is that we want to encourage growth in our teams. We want to encourage growth in others. We want to help people become independent. We want to help people become better. We want to have an abundant mindset. You've heard that before, but listen, okay? If we're being real and we're calling ourselves out, we all have that person that is like our silent competition. They might not even know that we are in competition with them in our minds, okay? They might not even know that. But you see that they brought on somebody new, or they brought on a big leader from another company, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to get all the good people. Guys, there's 7 billion people in this world. The person that you're in competition with is not going to get all the good people, okay? I want to make sure that you realize that this is such a big world, and there are so many people out there, and it is up to you and up to me and up to all of us to go and find those people. And that we need to have that abundant mindset, even if we're not living in a place of abundance right now, okay? My next tip is be willing to be misunderstood. If you want to be a leader, and if you are a leader, and you guys all are incredible leaders. I know so many of the names on here and have seen you all in action, and you're amazing leaders. Be willing to be misunderstood. Okay, hold on. That is not an excuse to be a jerk, okay? I want to make sure that we make that very clear, that being willing to be misunderstood is not giving you permission to act like a jerk, okay? But our views with others are not always going to align. We're just not always going to see eye to eye with everybody, no matter what we do. And we have to learn to be okay with that. As long as we handle situations with class, as long as we handle situations with grace, and as long as we treat people with respect always, sometimes it's okay to disagree. For example, when we say be willing to be misunderstood, there is not one way, one path to get to the end result. There's lots. You guys have heard so many other amazing speakers share their path, which has been very different from mine. 3 + 5 = 8. Here's my green coming out, guys, because I love numbers and I love math. 3 + 5 is 8, but so is 4 + 4, and so is 6 + 2, and so is 7 + 1. All of those ways are going to get you to the same destination, and they're all different. So I want you guys to remember that you're going to be misunderstood. You are not going to see eye to eye in all situations with everybody. Just make sure that you treat it with class and with respect and professionalism, and that is okay. I think I'm on number 5. Lesson number 5, guys, gratitude, okay? In this profession, we need to lead with gratitude. You guys, I'm just going to share just more of my story back in the day, like when I was in my old company. All right. I mean, if I shared my life story on here, we'd be on here all night. So I'm not going to do all of that. But I can tell you that when I was younger, when I was married, my husband at the time made really good money. And I did not live, I was in my 20s at the time. I did not live in gratitude. And I lived in me more at that point in my life. And I wasn't responsible with my money or his money, and neither was he. And as a result, we just weren't smart. So I learned over the years that living your life in gratitude is so important, taking nothing for granted. For those of you right now that are at the Director 1 level, the Director 2 level, Director 3, you guys are earning thousands of dollars a month building a part-time business. And I know because I'm there too, that we all want to move forward. But what I want to encourage you all, when you get paid this, next week, when your pay comes in, count your blessings. Look at that check that you earned that is thousands of dollars and say, look at what my side gig has brought in. You all are making probably more money than what so many people that are sitting in traffic, grinding it out at their full-time job, day in and day out, are making. And I just want you to know that if we start to really appreciate and value where we are, I believe wholeheartedly that those things come back to us even more. For those of you that are sitting at a check of $4,000 a month, instead of looking at that check and saying, well, by now it should be $6,000. I know who's in there, who's up there, who's willing to tell me that they're guilty, because I know that there's some of you out there that are like, I should be making more than this by now. Well, you know what? Count your blessings, because I don't know about you, but there's not a whole lot of people out there with the company and the comp plan and the products and the leadership that we have here that are able to do what we're able to do here. Another source of gratitude that I think is really important, and I know this one has hit me hard, is gratitude for my downline and gratitude for my upline. Nobody owes you anything. Let me say that again, you guys. Nobody owes you anything. Your downline, you should go kiss their feet, because your downline are the people that have helped you get to where you are today. Your downline is out there working hard every single day, and that is a huge part of your organization and your check. You want to kiss their feet. And your upline, same thing. Your upline is an added bonus. You are responsible for your business. You are in charge. You are in control of your business. Your upline is an added bonus. If you have a supportive, helpful upline, count your blessings, okay? Don't be one of those people that's out there going, well, they should help me because they make money off of me. Guys, that's amateur thinking. Lose it right now. It's not how it works. They don't owe you anything. Your downline doesn't owe you anything. Your upline doesn't owe you anything. At the end of the day, the only person that owes you is you. I have come from a company where I did not necessarily have the best upline, but guess what? I was still determined to make it to the top of that company. Stop pointing the finger, stop blaming other people, and get to work, okay? You guys are like, boom. And I really, really hope that you're not mad at me right now, but guess what? Guys, these are lessons that I had to learn along the way too, all right? When I was struggling, it was because my downline wasn't working hard enough. My upline didn't give me the strategies. No, 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 no. What it was me. I had to get better. I had to try harder. I had to learn new skills. I had to bring on more people. If I wanted a downline that produced more volume, you don't go poking at those people. You go bring on new people. You bring on new people, okay? You heard, for those of you that were in the leadership training, I'm going to repeat one of my good friends, Dina Peacock. She said, if the horse is dead, get off. Okay, that's my best Dina Peacock impersonation. If the horse is dead, get off. Stop trying to push wet noodles uphill and go get new horses. All right. That's what we're talking about here. Nobody owes you anything, guys. And as soon as you realize that, and as soon as you take responsibility for your own business and your own actions and your own volume, you're going to make strides for sure. All right. Take a breath. I'm off my soapbox for a minute. And we'll move on to my next takeaway. That was a big one for me, gratitude, if you guys can't tell. There's a place for everybody here. Absolutely everybody has a place here in Modere, okay? You guys have heard this saying before, the 80-20 rule. 20% of the people are gonna do 80% of the business. Guys, the vast majority of our teams are here to make $500 a month, get a little bit of free product, and have some fun, okay? The majority of our people are here part-time, spare time, to make a little bit of extra money and just have some fun. The 20%er are the people that really want to build a solid business. You all are the 20%. You all are the people that are going to take this business to the top. And I want you to remember that there is a saying, run with the runners, walk with the walkers, love on the rest. There is a place for everybody here in Modere. Love those people that just want to be here, you know, want to hit bronze, get their smart ships for free and have a good time. But what you don't do, you don't handle everybody in your business the same way. I'm not saying you don't love and respect them all. You love and respect everybody, but you remember who you're going to give your time and your energy and your attention to. Let them decide whether they're a walker or a runner or a sitter. Okay? And you will know not by what they say, you will know by what they do. And then you spend your time and your energy accordingly. Do not try to make somebody a runner when they just want to walk. If somebody is telling you, I want to make $100 a month, I just want to hit bronze and get some product, don't put them on the Elites on the Rise call, okay? This isn't for them. Listen to your team. Listen to what they're saying. But if you have somebody that's saying, I want to make $10,000 a month, I want to go to the top of this company, those are the people that you're going to put on this call and groom and work with. So I want you to hear me, because guys, guilty as charged. I tried to make walkers runners. I've tried to make people do things that they didn't want to do, that they weren't ready to do. Don't be that guy. Listen to your team, listen to what they're asking for, and guide them accordingly. But also at the same time, do not give all of your time and your energy and your efforts to the walkers and the sitters. Are you hearing me? Okay, it's really important that your energies match theirs. They should get the time and the effort and the attention from you that matches their energies. You don't ever want to put more time and more energy into someone's business than they are, because that's not what's going to help take you to the next level. Are you hearing me? I hope so. So Dina Peacock, if you're here tonight, if the horse is dead, get off. Okay, that's my best. That's my Philly, Memphis rendition of what Dina Peacock says. Okay, number 7. Not everybody is going to understand your vision. Guys, this one's hard for me, okay? Some of the people that I love the most don't get it. Guys, I come from an old school Italian family. My family is so close. Everybody is all up in everybody's business all the time. My parents know all my business. Like, my mom knows when Eddie gets a zit, okay? Like, that's how close my family is and how up in everybody's business we are, okay? So my parents knew my struggles. My parents knew my triumphs. They knew when I was doing well. They knew when I wasn't. And can I tell you guys that my dad to this day looks at me and says, when are you going to get a real job? Stab in the heart, okay? Because I've been doing this for 14 years. This profession means everything to me. The people that I've met, the people that we've come across, what I've been able to accomplish alone as a single parent, putting a roof over my son's head on my own. And my dad still says things like that to me. But you know what? I have stopped trying, and it's hard. Listen, I don't cry all that much, okay? Because Philly chicks don't really do that. But I'm here to tell you, like, this makes me cry when I say to you that I want more than anything for my parents to see what I do and to realize what this has done and what this has brought, and see the person that it's made me. And I don't know if he's kidding or not. I believe that when people are kidding, there's always some truth to something. And you guys, I'm telling you right now, he said to me after I hit Elite 3, now that you did it, now are you going to get a real job? Nope. And you know what? I have to be okay with that. It's not up to him to understand my journey. It's up to me to understand my journey and me to be okay with it. So you guys, I share that with you because whether you're still on the struggle bus or whether you're getting to the points where you're like, all right, this is really paying off for me, there are still going to be people that don't get it. Okay, there are still going to be people that don't get it. So don't worry about making those people get it. And it's easier said than done, believe me, because I still struggle with that. All right, I'm moving on from that one because I don't want to get upset. But my next one is stay in movement. Guys, I learned this in my second company. We had a trainer by the name of David Bird, and I'm telling you, he was so good. He said to us, there is no maintaining in relationship marketing. You're either growing or you are declining. One or the other. Every month we are either growing or declining. I want you guys to write that down because man, did that hit me hard. There are months when our volume goes up. There are months when our volume goes down. There are months when our enrollment is up. There are months when our enrollments are down. Months when our pods are up. Months when our pods are down. We are not even keel ever in this business. We're either growing or declining. And I think every single month it's important that you compare it to the month prior and you look at that and you say to yourself, am I growing or am I declining? And if you're declining, get back to doing what you were doing when you were growing. I'm going to say that again. If you're declining, get back to doing what you were doing when you're growing. Because I'm here to tell you right now, you guys, every single one of us have the power within us to take it to that next level. If we just get back to the real activities that build this business and move us forward the way that we're supposed to be working. We all, guilty again, guilty. We all have stopped at some point doing what got us where we are. Why? It's like the dumbest thing ever, man. Is it not? Like, how dumb is it? It's so dumb. We get sidetracked. We get comfortable. There's drama. There's something happens in your life. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. If you want to get to the next level, get back to doing what you did when you were growing. The end. One of the last ones that I want to share with you is you want to move forward in your business every day with forgiveness and grace. Guys, you're going to work with people that make mistakes, and you are going to make mistakes. And I want you all to know that it's okay because we're human. And if you own those mistakes, you apologize for them, you fix them, and you move on, that's all we can ask, okay? But here's what I want to say to you all. If you want somebody to do that for you, please make sure that you give that same grace to somebody else. If you feel like when you're at a conference or something and like you're in a conversation and somebody, gives you a short hello, maybe a little shorter than what you were hoping for, my advice to you, give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they were in the middle of a conversation. Maybe they rushed out of the room because there was an emergency at home. Maybe they had to get somewhere. Maybe they had to go to the bathroom. Okay? Proceed with grace. Give people grace. Look at people and say they deserve the benefit of the doubt. Okay? I'm going to give you my last one before we wrap it up. Stop making excuses, stop blaming, and do not validate your team's excuses. We've all got them. We've all got things, but it's a matter of how we deal with them, okay? Just don't do it. Just do not do it. We can build a business and have a life. We can build a business and have issues that come up in our life. We can build a business and have a fight with our spouse or our significant other. We can do those things. But most importantly, do not validate your team's excuses. If they come to you, let them talk, listen, identify the problem together with them, and help them come up with a solution. And that's how you move forward. You validate their excuses, you're going to encourage them to keep on making them, and nobody's going to grow. Guys, don't do it. The grass isn't greener syndrome. All right, let's talk about that for a quick second. So, you're stuck or you're declining or whatever the case might be. We've all been there. Guys, don't be that person that's like, oh, well, if I was in this company, I'd be doing better. Or if I was on that team, I'd be doing better. Don't be that person. Don't do that. Because guess what? If you're looking side to side, you're not looking ahead.
And just know that that other company, they've got problems, they've got issues, they've got drama, they've got all those things. Same thing with the team. Do you know how many people have come to different team members and said, oh, I wish I was on your team? Don't be that guy, because there's going to be problems in every team, and you're still going to be you regardless of what team you're on. So in wrapping this up, these are some of the things that I have learned along the way in my elephant journey from Elite 2 to Elite 3. Personal development and remaining coachable always is going to be key. We're never going to get to the destination. We're always going to keep growing and learning and wanting more. And I encourage all of you to just keep being coachable, keep personally developing. And I just want to say that with where we are in our last quarter of the year, with what is happening in the next couple of months, if you guys can just pull a couple of these takeaways and implement them into your business in the next couple months, I believe wholeheartedly that you can have the best paycheck of your life in the next couple months. I hope you guys got some value in this. I hope that you realize that we are all the same. We've all been there. But once you realize some of these things and you're willing to make that headway, you'll see the magic happen. So you guys have a great night. I know I went a little bit long, but I hope you guys got value. I love you guys. I hope you have a great night, and we will see you next Monday.